Welcome into the DNVR Avalanche Podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 rated sportsbook app out there. Use code DNVR when you sign up for a new account. Free Skate Friday edition with Rudo, AJ, and Evan all coming at you. Going to be answering some questions on who has won some of the weirdest awards you have ever heard of on today's podcast, at least as far as Colorado Avalanche players are concerned. Should be fun. Should be a fun little episode. Hope you're tuning in live. We'll chat along with the chat as well. Probably get some interesting award conversations from them. But the first award is the one.
We just want to talk about the expansion draft. That's it. That's all anybody wants to talk about.
Not I.
Yeah, we can do that. Spoiler alert, there are some videos coming about that topic. So stay tuned next week for those. Anyway, Friday chillin' vibes. Let's start by answering the question in the title of this show. That is the award for Best Sam Girard Impression. I want to know who on the Avs has the second best spin move, because obviously Girard is number one. So I think there's a couple of decent options. We've seen just about every defenseman on the team try a spin move to varying degrees of success. We've seen Mikko try a few. I think we've even seen McKinnon and Landy try once or twice. But I'm curious. I'm curious who pops into your guys' heads first for the best spin move besides Sammy.
It's Ryan Graves.
Ooh, baby.
It's like trying to turn a tanker. And it lacks any and all grace, but it's awesome to watch.
The cab spins nicely, but he's just kind of dragging the 18-wheeler behind him around the turn.
Yep.
I feel like the easy but boring answer is McKinnon. I don't recall. I guess I'm so used to seeing Girard spin, I don't even recall everyone else on the team spinning that often. But McKinnon, when he pulls up and spins around, that's really the only other guy I can think of. Makar doesn't spin as much as he does a lot of lateral movement that throws people off.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah, he does that. He does the shimmy shake all the time.
Yeah.
Definitely wins the Allen Iverson Award. There's no doubt about that.
I like the Mikko answer too. Because we've seen him pull a couple. You know, last season, the one that he pulled against Ottawa in the neutral zone was good.
It's
left Ron Hainsey in the dust.
It's so slow.
Yeah,
it's a very very tempered spin. There's not a lot of centrifugal force happening there. Yeah.
It's very deliberate when Mikko does it. Yeah.
So, still looks pretty. At least you got that going for you. Best DNVR couch obviously goes to Evan, chat. There's no doubt about that one.
I don't even own a couch.
All right.
Can't wait to celebrate that award tonight. By sitting
on the couch?
Yeah, by sitting on it.
We just dunked on an award that we didn't give to Sam Girard. How about an award we're going to give to Sam Girard? Best dog.
I don't know of the other dogs.
It's just La Tournade by default, right? Like,
yeah, he got another one too, didn't he?
Did he really?
Yeah. There was La Tournade has a sibling.
All right. So, which Sam Girard dog is the best dog?
It's still Tournade.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, it's OG. It's breaking news at the end of the season.
Yeah, right. Announcing when Sammy's gonna be back. Real good stuff. Bruno Don. I didn't even know Donsko had a dog. I'm not. Yeah. This is probably the wrong podcast. We're not big on like Instagram and stuff, but
yeah. I actually unfollowed all NHL related things on Instagram over the weekend so that I could
go.
Not the actual hockey things. The dogs I still follow because those are fab. I actually follow like 10 NHL player dog accounts from around the NHL. Like I follow Craig Smith's dog.
Barry's dog, Ralph.
Ralph, yeah. William Carlson's dog. Oh, William Carlson's dog that dog kills me.
I haven't seen that dog.
Rudo was frozen at the most opportune moment.
I was like, it looks like the Joker from the 1989 Batman.
Oh my gosh.
What is happening?
Oh.
All right.
This is legitimately quite funny because he's the showrunner today. We have no producer, and he's the one that has the entire rundown. We don't have anything. Oh my God.
Yeah, we don't. That was good.
Oh my gosh.
That should be his new picture on Twitter. Oh, all right.
Well, I don't really know how to pivot this because
how many more dogs can we name before he comes back?
Yeah, we're just naming dog Instagram accounts.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the rise of like pet accounts on social media?
No, don't like it.
No, you're not about it.
Don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I didn't used to, and then I don't know. I just decided to stop being uptight about it, and was like, dogs are adorable, and I don't care. I care less about like what people are doing these days, and more about just give me cute dogs doing cute things.
I mean, I don't really care about I don't really like the dog only accounts. Just like I'm supposed to, this is my account. I'm a dog. But if you're a human, just post your dog pictures. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I mean, cat accounts too. Whatever, they're cute too. I'm just allergic to them, so I feel
even the Instagram of them.
I feel
just looking at it.
I feel less warmth towards cats because I can't be around them.
Yeah. Just not a cat fan in general. Yeah, the show Rudo had everything, so yeah. Here we are.
Well, and it's funny because he's also producing today, so because everybody's getting ready for the big wedding tomorrow. In case you guys don't know, Brandon and Lindsay are getting married tomorrow. That's cool. It's gonna be a good party. Anytime you get all of the DNVR peeps in one place at the same time, you're gonna have a wild day.
Yep. Whoever has a dog. See, I guess I don't pay enough attention to this stuff on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't. I feel weird following actual players on Instagram. It's just that's an odd thing for me. So I don't do it. But they have cute pets. Sign me up.
Yep.
Yeah, I had lots to say about that topic. I'm glad that's where we started because we have no natural segues. Yeah, Rudo said that his internet went out and that he's trying to fix it. So YOLO.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We had Drew's computer melt down yesterday during TDSP, so that's cool.
Like you actually saw a screen melt in real time.
Apparently it overheated, shut down, and has not come back on since. So I don't know what's going on there.
Nice. Maybe we can just get chat people to send through awards.
Yeah, or
we don't have them.
We can just you and I can just talk about hockey.
Yeah. Oh god, this is a hockey podcast.
Did you see the thing with the Nikita Zadorov today? Looking for
$6 million almost.
A 5-year deal at just under $6 million. As the resident Nikita Zadorov fanboy, how did you feel about that?
Wasn't he a healthy scratch at the end of the year in Chicago? I didn't watch Chicago a ton, but I think he was a healthy scratch.
There was one game he was a healthy scratch for sure.
Like
I don't know if it was
deadline or something like that.
I don't know if it was more than that, but I do remember the one game he was, because it was like,
yeah. Obviously, no, you don't do that. Like, I didn't look at his numbers this year, but I don't think he really did anything offensively, considering he was playing, I'm assuming, a lot of minutes in Chicago behind whatever the hell that defense they have is. So,
yeah.
No, that's an easy no. I bet he takes, it's going to be the same thing. I don't think he's gotten a contract longer than 2 years since his entry-level deal, so he's probably going to get like a 1-year deal in arbitration and then free agency. There you go. You don't give him 5 years at this point, no.
Is he one of the tougher guys to value in the league? Because what he does well and like what's appealing to him is so obvious. Like, he's got great size. He hits guys into the next week. He's really good at the things that he's really good at, but the things that he's not good at have never really developed. Does that make his evaluation a lot tougher?
Yeah, especially when it comes to contracts, because the stuff he does well, you don't get paid for. Like,
it's true.
You just don't get. There's not a lot of big physical guys out there that are going to get big money. So it's, if you're not scoring, what can you really ask for offensively, or I guess in terms of money?
But
how old I can't believe he's still a restricted free agent. Like, it feels like he's been in the league for 10 years.
Even defensively, though, like, he does not get. Guys don't get paid for just that.
No, they don't. And he's still zone entries. He's still really good at, but it was always in the defensive zone there.
Yeah,
losing his guy and everything. So. Yeah, no, he's not. I certainly wouldn't be giving him 5 times 5.85 or whatever it was. But since the Avs are back in Chicago's division next year, if they want to go ahead and do that, then go crazy.
Any concerns about going against him? Little curse of the ex-Avs?
Well, not really. No,
okay.
I don't really think about that stuff. No, not really.
I don't usually take it too seriously, because it's like 5 games at most, unless you get into a playoff series, and then you're like, all right, this could suck.
Yeah, I guess Nicholson did score on that Game 6, which kind of randomly came out of nowhere, but just happens. I'm not too worried. The Avs, if anyone, would know how to attack him, playing against him in practice for years, so not worried about that. Oh my God,
I'm alive. It's okay. How was it without me?
You don't look as happy as you were before you left.
Yeah, well, had to fix my internet.
The face you had when you froze was perfection.
Oh, God.
You'll have to go back and watch that couple of seconds when we realized what was happening.
I'll have to check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, it was amusing.
This is probably dating myself, but it was like Wayne's World when Wayne leaves and Garth is just left on camera. Just goes staring at the camera going,
Such a good scene. He has no idea what to do.
Sounds about right. Well, looks like I got back just in time to have our first break, as we are sponsored by Breckenridge Brewery, the official beer of DNVR, which you can get down at the DNVR bar. Check them out. Also get their 15-can sampler pack of seltzers. Heard from a lot of people that are not seltzer people that the Breck Brew seltzers are delicious. So if you haven't tried them, get on it. Do it now. They're delicious stuff. Cannot recommend them enough. Also brought to y'all by the DraftKings Sportsbook. You can still get the 1 for $100 bet on any basketball team. Bet $1, you win $100 in site credit. It's bordering on free money. It's not the super free money like they do occasionally on their UFC stuff, but you get $100 to play with on DraftKings and win yourself even more money. Why not jump on it right now? DraftKings, super safe, secure, and reliable. Super easy to deposit and withdraw your funds. Obviously, only do it in places that you're allowed to gamble, but still, DraftKings, awesome. They can bet on hockey, basketball, football, baseball, soccer. What's the most random sport you can think of? You can bet on that, basically.
Great female midget mud wrestling.
All right. Not sure if you can bet on that, but pretty much everything other than that you can bet on.
I saw a video online of like ping pong, but it's a soccer ball and they just have to head it back and forth to each other.
I've seen that too.
I don't know if you could bet on that.
Might be tough. They have to be actual organized sports, not whatever you're doing in your frat house, okay? They have to have a circuit or something going on.
Clearly weren't rules because one guy just stood up on the table and was heading the ball back to
him. I like that your takeaway was there aren't rules. You're watching this and you're like, okay, well, so much for the rules involved.
All right. Well, yeah.
Keep up.
In any case, check out DraftKings. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Other terms, restrictions, and conditions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Bet paid out in $100 in site credit. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Of course, also sign up for a membership here at DNVR. We love you. We hope you love our content. If you want to check out all of our written content from AJ and Evan here, membership is the way to do it. It also helps support us, obviously. So we appreciate y'all checking us out. Thank you very much. Second period of Free Skate Friday. Did you guys answer any random awards while I was gone, or
we don't have any of them?
They're on my Twitter. You can find it. It's not that hard.
Okay, well, didn't know that until this moment. We just went back to talking about Nikita Zadorov. So,
and I didn't start the conversation.
Everyone's favorite topic.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into some more of these awards. I think we talked about this one during the playoffs a little bit, but best playoff beard on the Avalanche, because Ian Cole left because he was an easy win.
It's got to be Makar.
With the weakest mustache in history.
He tried so hard. It was such a valiant effort. It was so cute. It was like, oh, little guy.
I mean, on the flip side, I was heavily impressed with Newhooks.
Dude.
Like, for a 20-year-old kid, that man grew a full-on beard. Like
that thing, and game 3 of round 1, he was there.
Yeah, exactly.
He was like, all right, well, he's not in the process of this thing. He's ready to go. He's got it on lock.
Yeah. That Newfoundland blood, I guess.
Well, Comfort always has a beard, doesn't he? I feel like that's cheating the way he does it. But I was gonna say Burakovsky had a surprisingly decent one. I didn't think he was capable of it. Maybe it slowed him down a good bit in the playoffs, but
the wind resistance.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
It wasn't a very impressive group.
Again, I agree. They're on the whole, their playoff beards were not that strong this year, but
maybe that's why they can't get past the second round. The beard game too weak.
Got to beard it out. Yeah. Should have played Greg Patterin.
It's not grit. It's not toughness. It's the beard. Stupid.
Fear the beard. Got it.
Got to get rid of Makar. You can't have a beardless one hanging around.
Won't work.
Sabotaging your efforts as a group. He's got to go.
You've heard it here first. Beards only.
Take $1 million off that contract.
No, you just got to move his ass.
Just put a beard bonus in there. If you grow a beard, you get another bill. Can you imagine that?
Manscaped is banned from the Avs locker room.
They don't even need it. Yeah.
All right. Chat, particularly ladies, or if you're into dudes, that's also cool. We need your help on this next one. Best hockey butt.
I don't have an answer.
Yeah, I don't.
That's why I asked for chat's help, because I knew you guys wouldn't have an answer for this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, we did talk about this a little. We're always talking about hockey butts, but we weren't in the locker room, so we don't even know. So, I mean, I was going to say,
It's true. We missed an entire year of butt development.
Yeah, we don't know who's growing the butts out, like who's putting in the time in the gym.
Matt Calvert.
The only thing we know is that Jared Bednar looks good in a suit, so he's going to get the default award from me.
Yo, that anime, that's definitely a bumper sticker on the new car AJ's going to buy.
He's driving nuts on his new.
I am. You know what? It has some towing capabilities, so I should get some truck nuts.
Oh god. Yeah.
Could you imagine they'll stop me at the border of Canada and be like, "You can't come in with truck nuts on."
Not allowed. Get out. See, this is the conclusion we kind of came to before the show too. Was like, well, you can see Bednar's butt at least in his pants a little bit.
Yeah, like by default, he has to win it, right?
And Rob Blake probably up there for all-time hockey butts for sure.
Look, nuke butt. It would be. I don't even know. We don't even know.
All-time butt. Rob Blake's on the all-ass team.
Yeah, definitely all-ass team.
next time the Kings are in Denver and we're actually in the press box around other people again, and Rob Blake is sitting there, we'll be like, just snap a quick picture and be like, all-ass 2022.
Still got it.
Oh, God.
The weapon of mass destruction right there. That ass.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
People are saying Rudo with your jean shorts.
Oh, you could have the Jorts Award. I guess the ass award could be the Jorts Award. Who looks the best in jorts? But it's not me.
A default winner because there was only the one.
Yeah.
I hope.
I don't think anyone wants to give me that award, but... all right. Who would win in a cage match? No holds barred. Anything goes. It can be as dirty as you want. Who would win? Because based on the fights this year, I think Burroughs had the best actual hockey fight.
Oh yeah, Kyle Burroughs. I'm picking. He's on my team.
Oh, I thought you were going to start like naming people like in a cage match. We're talking Royal Rumble here.
The award just says who would win in a cage match. There's no specifics beyond that.
Can't with Calvert because he gets hurt too often.
Yeah, that dude is definitely not cleared for a cage match right now.
Too brittle.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I mean, what are the rules here? Like, just who lives?
I said there are no rules. It's straight Calvin ball, son.
Who lives? Yeah, I was gonna say Nichushkin, just because he's massive and he just throw people away.
No, we saw him fight.
Yeah, dude can't throw.
We saw him fight in Vegas. There's no way. Hard pass. So,
all right.
Calvert would take out Nichushkin and they would both get hurt.
No one going with the Kadri headshots. Yeah, there we go. Brad knows.
Yeah.
It's a cage match, all right?
I kind of forgot about him.
He hasn't played in a while.
Yeah, so. I forgot about Kadri, but I immediately thought of Kyle Burroughs just beating the crap out of whoever that was.
Pummeling someone's face in, yeah.
That was Bukestad, wasn't it?
It was Bukestad, yes.
That's a big guy. Nick Bukestad's that's why he gets paid.
That's
why he has multiple NHL jobs. And
Bukestad really started it, too. Bukestad was like all up in his face, and he was like, "All right, guess I'll break you then."
Yeah, Kyle Burr, that was a scary fight because it was like, "All right, don't mess with Kyle Burroughs." Good to know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to my answer is Kyle Burroughs.
I'll take Kadri, I guess.
McKinnon throwing helmets at people left and right.
Yeah, he understands the prop part of this.
Yeah.
We're drifting into like Smash Bros territory now with like extra pieces falling into the arena.
Throwing a Pokeball. Always a terrifying moment when you're 1v1ing somebody and they throw a Pokeball at you. You never know if it's going to be one of the good ones or not.
Breathe a giant sigh of relief when it's Goldeen.
Yeah, you put Goldeen on me. You're like, all right, we're cool. Let's do this thing.
All right. This is a question I think we've answered before, so I'm going to alter it a little bit. Originally, it was best hair, but I want best flow. All right.
Yo, not Ryan Graves.
No?
Evan and I are certainly in agreement on this, that the long vampire hair thing was not great.
You don't like the greasy mullet?
I hate it.
It wasn't for me, man.
I'll scratch Rycroft off the list as well.
Also coincides with the decline in play as well.
Got some Graves in the chat, a Byram in the chat.
Yeah, the Jost curls. I mean, it's
pretty cute. It's pretty cute.
It's tough to compete with. He looks like a pop star from 2000. Like he looks like one of the members of NSYNC that you can't name.
Groovy, Girard in there a couple times. New Hook has some flow. It's true.
Girard at the end of the year really did have. That was pretty impressive. What they lacked collectively in Beardathon, they made up for in impressive flow.
Hair going on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, can't forget Jared Bednar had the flow going on too.
Yeah, he did.
He ditched high and tight for
the grease
very
ball a little bit. Yeah, for sure. All the ladies I talked to liked his high and tight Silver Fox look better, but
I thought they were both good looks.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean Landeskog's though.
Yeah, right. That's why I changed it to flow, because Landy's got the good looks, but it's not really like a flow.
I'm just like trying to go through everyone's hair
one by one on the roster. Yeah, I can't think of any others. Who are the baldies? Just like Belly, basically. He's not even bald, but he cuts it super short.
Baldies. I don't even know.
Yeah, New Hook had a decent little flow.
Yeah, someone said that in the chats.
Yeah, someone said Liam O'Brien too.
Simple Rant had some pretty crazy hair by the end of the year.
He did have some good flow, actually. Yeah, you're right. For those 2 games that he got in.
I think I'm going to go with Byram, though. I don't know. He looks as much like he should be surfing as playing hockey.
The future is now, all right? New Hook winning the Beard Award and Byram winning the Hair Award.
That's right. That's right.
Evan, you good with that?
Yeah, that's fine by me.
All right.
They'll start winning if they start developing more beardies like this.
Yeah.
So, I can only think of one, and it's going to go to Gabe Landeskog, but maybe you guys can think of another one, and I'll open this up to the rest of the league, but best chirp. If you guys can think of any.
I don't think any chirps are good chirps. They all kind of make me roll my eyes.
Wow.
I don't even remember any chirps. I just remember, the Landeskog one, and then I remember Kadri yelling at the ref.
That's so effing bad. Yeah.
What was that this year when Kadri mentioned how terrible that guy was in the corner? Like you could hear him talking about how terrible.
No.
Or was that last year?
It was last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was Brandon Montour when he was in Buffalo.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely not this year then. Because they played 3 teams all year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Avs didn't get that many chirps picked up this year.
Yeah, I think to like most emasculating moment that both involved Connor Garland. because Landy picking him up and throwing him down, and then McKinnon hitting him in the face with his own helmet were both pretty bad moments for that.
Better than any chirp could do.
Yeah, those were both rough moments for that guy. Especially I think the helmet one was worse because he couldn't do anything about Landeskog picking him up and just beasting him.
Yep.
But he could have caught the helmet, which would have been pretty cool. And instead he went and you're like, really tough guy?
Yeah.
You're never allowed in another NHL scrum after you just reacted to a soft little helmet toss like that.
That hit him in the chest.
Yeah, exactly.
The Pietrangelo, oh boy, we made a shirt out of that, so
definitely high on the list. Yep.
Has to count for something.
Yeah, I feel like I did hear chirps when the arena was empty, but that feels like a lifetime ago at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll go with the Landeskog. Who was he yelling at there? Oh, it was Brendan Lemieux, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Brendan Lemieux talking about.
I'll go with that
face.
by default because I hate that guy. So, yeah.
I just like that he was chilling from the bench. Brendan Lemieux got near him and he was like, "Let's go."
If you have the chance to go back and watch the clip, his fake laughter from the bench is kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
Landy absolutely has an evil mad scientist vibe going on there a little bit.
It kind of looks like the way your face froze before you bounced out.
Man. All right. Best interview moment. I saw someone up here. This is going to Mikko. I'm not allowing any other answers. Mikko running out and telling Laura that they have to go now in the middle of a Ryan Graves interview is the best interview moment. Full stop.
I mean, I know it got played out, but Belmar thinking that they were playing on the lake.
Yeah, that was
pretty good.
Actually.
It did get run into the ground immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mikko moment was pretty cool. Mikko, not only that, but also the still image when he sat down after that one game and he just looked so miserable before the interview started.
Pouting a little bit. Yeah.
That one killed me because that was a good game. They won that game and he played well. And that was his face after the game. I was like, what is this?
Okay.
No, also best just from a media perspective, I think the best interview moment had to be Val Nichushkin is going to talk through an interpreter.
He just answers
the
in
first
English.
question and just starts going on in English, and it was like, you've been ducking the media for 2 years, and we just assumed you couldn't speak English because you just played it up that way. You asked for an interpreter, all of this, and now you're just off just in English. I could just picture how angry Mike Chambers was at that. I know Mike didn't love that.
All right. We do have to take our second period break right quick here, as we are brought to y'all by Hassel Cattle Company. They have the Wagyu beef burger down at the DNVR bar, and you can get 10% off at HasselCattleCompany.com when you use code DNVR10. If you want to order with your friends, you can order a $200 order for free shipping, so you all get the meat that you need. Check it out. They have amazing beef all the way around. Their Wagyu is ridiculously good. I can't accurately explain to you how good it tastes. You have to actually just eat it for yourself and enjoy the amazing beef. So check them out today, HasselCattleCompany.com. Also brought to you by Gabi Insurance. That's GABI.com/DNVR. GABI stands for Get a Better Insurance. That's all they are trying to do for you. You can go over there, check out the insurance that you have, both home and auto, and they will tell you how much you can save. For most of us here at DNVR is at least a couple $100, and in some cases well over $1,000. So check out Gabi today. Get yourself some saved up money. And brought to you by the Colorado XOs, which is the new rugby team in town. They've been around for most of this season now. They ended up finishing their season at 5-5, which is a great start for a brand new team playing against professionals, especially when you consider that many of these players had no rugby experience. The Exos are athletes who have competed at the highest level of their own respective sports, ranging from baseball, soccer, football, basketball, you name it. They have the athletic ability, and they're trying to see how they perform in a transition to rugby. For more info, if you're looking to get recruited into something like this, you can email Peter Pasque. I don't know how to say his name. PPASQUE at glendale.co.us. Jump on that if you're looking to get into the rugby scene as a player. There's a bunch of other awesome stuff going on at Infinity Park as well. A Rugby Sevens tournament coming up in August, and it's a great family outing. You can get in for just $5 for kids, great adult beverages. It's very affordable. There's movie nights, all sorts of awesome stuff. You can check it out at Infinity Park at glendale.com/events.
Events.
Third period of the DNVR Avalanche Podcast, Free Skate Friday edition, answering ridiculous questions. All right, so the most answered one we got is actually, we're going to flip it on our heads. Everyone wants us to come up with an award that Jacob McDonald can win. Is it just the Maximum Chaos Award, or do we have something better?
I mean, it's ultimate puppy chaotic energy, right? Like totally unrestrained chaotic energy. So whatever you call that.
All right. I don't
it would be the most I don't know how to word this. The most the kid who didn't pay attention in class award, because he's obviously not listening to the structure in any way whatsoever.
Did the assignment but didn't follow any of the rules because he didn't hear them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
The NHL 21 Be a Pro Award. That's pretty good.
Yeah. That is a pretty good answer.
Yeah.
That is what a lot of my shifts look like in that game.
Well, guess I'm pinching again.
Well, yeah, you don't play. If you're playing defense, you're not like, I'm just going to be a good solid D-man. I'm not going past the blue line.
Someone gave him the most pinching in the offensive zone award, the YOLO award. They all make sense. Pick your favorite.
I might give that to Graves personally, but not for the right reasons. But
oh god. Okay. This one, all right. I'm eliminating Eric Johnson because he didn't really play this year. But best hockey smile. Could Jacob McDonald also win that one after his mysterious tooth disappearance?
He disappeared after that too.
His power was in his tooth.
That one tooth.
Yeah.
I don't, because what are we just? It's obviously EJ because he has no teeth.
Yeah, I'm eliminating the EJ toothless smile.
Yeah, LOC's is pretty bright.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. I don't know if I could beat LOC's.
It's pretty bright. I don't know. Jost.
Belly's got a good one.
Yeah. I'm comfortable with any of those, to be honest. I'm not much of a smile guy.
I think it's funny you're saying that, considering how you froze.
And everybody's making fun of my smile. So
yeah, we stared at your smile for like 20 seconds.
Yeah,
at least.
All right. What? There's another award. Where did it go? I can't find it.
Somebody said best interview, and it's like, well, all interviews kind of sucked this year.
Yeah. Doesn't exist.
Yep.
I would low-key say Bednar, because if you ask him a good question, he will give you like a 5-minute answer.
Yeah.
His
His post game 3
Yeah.
His game 3 post-game presser, I'll
That
say.
essentially boiled down to we played like shit. Yeah.
Peter Baugh asks the first question, and he's like, we just weren't competitive enough. To break it down any further would be a waste of time.
Yeah.
And you're just like if you watch enough coach pressers, you know that starting off that a presser like that is like,
You're in trouble.
whoa, okay. From a dude that doesn't really get too high or too low, it doesn't show a lot of emotion and like consistently will break down things that he liked and didn't like in a game. And he just threw it all in the bin and was like, we weren't competitive enough. That's where it starts. That's where it ends. Jeez. Okay.
Sounds about right. The rest of that interview was just more of the same.
Yeah. He was so pissed off. It was a striking interview to watch because he's not a guy that really gets amped up very often, and he was really pissed off.
All right. Most likely player to have an interesting documentary made about them.
I don't. I mean, I feel like
it's just that boring.
No, I feel like Groovies seems like a pretty interesting dude.
That's true. You get him like riding horses and stuff.
Yeah, and he's like is it wakeboarding? Like he's always posting pictures of him wakeboarding on like the Cherry Creek Reservoir and crap like that. So him or like even EJ runs horses and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Beyond that, like I don't know. Hockey most of them are pretty boring from what we see, but we don't see everything. For sure. Obviously.
I think Belmar, just if we're counting like his whole career,
playing so long in France, and
yeah, like you coming from a country that doesn't take hockey super seriously, doesn't really produce a lot of high end talent, and kind of grinding out. Like we're talking like this dude has spent more time in the NHL in his 30s than his 20s, which is pretty rare, and it's all as a legit like
fourth line player,
fourth line center, which is one of the most disposable positions in the league, are fourth line players. It's where you see the most
turnover,
roster churn every single year, and he just was like, "This is it. This is what I do." And ended up being like he had the personality and was likable and all these things, but to see a guy actually like just carve out an NHL career as a hard fourth line player and get multiple contracts and play into his 30s, meaningfully into his 30s. It's pretty, and just given his personality, I think he would be a fun follow.
It's also like, I know Robin in Sweden posts about this all the time, but like his last year in Sweden, he was a goal scorer. Like it's always wild how those guys have to completely change their games when they come to America or to the NHL. So that is crazy too. And I kind of on a similar level, I know any interview with him is awful, so the movie would be terrible, but Soderbergh's story is always interesting too, how he forever didn't come over. Like he was like a prized prospect over in Europe. He wouldn't come over.
50 pick. Like he was a high pick in the draft and was really highly sought after over there. And now that he's left the NHL again, it's really pretty remarkable, the career he put together.
Especially with his eye situation, what happened there.
The problem is that a documentary around him would include interviewing him, and I just think that would be a struggle to be like engaging and interesting and thought provoking.
Yep.
Unless there's an entire personality there that he just was like, nah, I'm not showing any of this to the media ever. And it's not like the way Comfort does it, where Comfort acts like himself, and that as soon as you start trying to get a recorded interview,
just shuts it down,
and goes into like master of the cliches.
All right. Next up. All right. You can refrain from answering if you want, but dirtiest player on the Avs.
In terms of
in
the
what
way in
way?
which they embarrass other
I'll
players,
leave it open for interpretation.
because I think the one that produces the most what the hell just happened high end highlights is Cale Makar. He the stuff that he does, nobody else in the NHL does. Like certainly no other defenseman. No. In terms of like which player is the dirtiest, I don't know.
There's like so many different ways to interpret it, because he went towards like dirty as in like dangling people, and I'm like, you talking about smelly dudes? Like, what are we talking about here?
That'd be a hard one to judge if you haven't been in the locker room.
Yeah, like haven't been in the locker room a year. Like I don't know.
Evan's thinking hard.
I think like I'm thinking about like actually like dirty on the ice, where they kind of get away with a lot of stuff. I think Mikko is kind of like the amount of cross checks he was throwing this year was kind of ridiculous. Didn't see that coming. I think a guy that is going to grow into that is going to be Byram, where he's kind of a little chippy.
Yeah.
And
he got called for everything this year.
Yeah. And hopefully that kind of grows out of like refs just kind of become a little bit more lenient over time.
He didn't play enough games to really get too into it, but Matt Calvert doesn't play. Like that guy.
Yeah.
That guy pulls some shit a lot. And like that's part of his survival in the NHL.
For sure.
That's part of his appeal. It's one of the reasons why you love him. But yeah, like Matt Calvert, he's easy to love, he's easy to root for, but that guy, and he's got some shenaniganery that he likes to get up to in his playing days.
I think Jost just kind of realized he's got to do that too to be successful.
Jost, it's weird because I wouldn't quite call it dirty, but yeah, I think he's starting to understand he's got to be a nuisance a little bit. Yeah.
You know, he's like the goody two shoe kid that starts to test the limits,
push the boundaries for sure
of the parents a little bit, and then like when he gets away with a couple of things, he takes another little step.
Yeah, another
little. You could just see like every successful attempt like delights him, and he's like, let's see where I can go with
3 years away from Corey Perry style spearing people, Tyson Jones,
like taking like squirting
into the gloves,
water into the glove, taking sticks off the bench as he skates by, and yeah, we're just a couple years away from him being Matt Tkachuk light.
All right, great news, wonderful news. Where'd it go? I had a good one, and now I lost. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. This one we probably have to expand out from just this season. But worst fighter on the Avs.
Nuke.
Is it Nuke? Is it Nuke? I mean, I know he had an awful fight, but
awful. All we can do is get into the guys we've seen fight, and it was just the one time. It was so bad though. Like we joke about that dude being like a KGB bodyguard, right? Like,
in body type only.
Yeah, exactly. But when you actually watched him throw down that one time, it was like,
this is awful.
Has he ever done this? Does he understand what it's supposed to like the exchange here? What is going on? It was awful. So I'm going with Nuke. It was so bad.
It's like the big guy who everyone just assumed was going to beat everyone up, and so no one messes with him, and then one guy messes with him, and they're like, "Whoa, wait a second here."
Yeah, one guy punches him, and everybody's like,
Oh boy.
Has this been a show this whole time?
I've been giving this dude my lunch money for how long?
It's the big guy. It's always the big guys because Z was a terrible fighter too.
Yeah, he was an awful fighter.
Z was like, if he could get a hold of somebody, he would be okay. But otherwise, there was so much like spinning around, and, like hair flipping, and it was like, dude.
There's been like no fights. I don't even know who even fights on this team. Landy obviously can throw them, but
yeah,
well, too many bad fights this year.
We know Kadri can.
Yeah, obviously Kadri can toss, but trying to think of other like depth guys. Berkey did not fight particularly well, if you want to call that a fight, I guess. But
do you guys remember the Alexander 7 fight?
The bongos?
All those years ago. Bongos. Every time somebody talks about like bad fights, I think about that one and I just can't.
Is Mac the best superstar fighter? I don't know about that.
I mean, who's a superstar
No.
that fights? I don't even.
Yeah, what qualifies as a superstar? Be a tough question to answer.
Yeah, none of those guys really
fight much. Yeah.
Does Ovi fight? Like,
yeah, Ovi doesn't actually fight. He's not even physical anymore now that he's aging. But
it's funny you say that because it was game 1 of their series against Boston. He like killed a man.
Yeah. He also did one punch Svetch last year, but you know.
Yeah, he just doesn't really. The thing with all those guys, right, is like they just don't do it very often. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, you're not expecting much out of either side if one massively screws up. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could you imagine McDavid just like is awesome at fighting and no one knows?
Dude, how funny would that be if somebody actually gets him to drop the gloves and all of a sudden it's like, you know, like he's got like technical boxing skills.
It would 100% be like starting fight program.
Right.
100% would just download that robot hockey player program and like be a perfect fighter.
He's got the little dude installing the program in his head, Matrix style.
Exactly. Yeah.
Time to fight. Let's do this.
Marner'd have to stop taking delay of game penalties if he wants to fight. So, oops. All right. I think we're winding down.
Can Austin Matthews fight? Has he ever done it?
I don't know if I've ever seen him fight.
He just seems like such a testy individual in general.
He seems like an angry dude, for sure.
Yeah, where like he just seems like mad about everything.
But then when he was getting tackled in the playoffs, he was like grinning, face to cheek to cheek. He's just like, yeah.
Finally, something that makes me feel alive.
Having a good time.
Oh, jeez.
This league's too easy. All right. I think we're winding down this one. Just a fun little Friday episode.
Yeah, we didn't want to take this one too seriously.
Yep. Just had to enjoy it every once in a while, you know. But thank you all for hanging out. We appreciate you. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. We will be back on Monday, probably talking either more contracty, free agency, expansion drafty stuff. One of those. Take your pick.
We've got to get into the Cale Makar thing.
Yeah.
We talked about the other big two. We got to talk Cale Makar.
It's going to happen.
It's going to be a lot.
Yo, the Manscaped read of the season was easy. It was the CD one.
Yeah, it's definitely CD.
It was the CD one because he worked that angle hard, and then just was like, if you're gonna see these nuts, and it was like, what? That was easily the one.
That one took some work. I don't know. AJ's was pretty good too, though. But
raise your dongers.
If you want to last more than 3 minutes and 22 seconds or whatever it was for his hat trick.
That was a fun night.
In any case, thank you again, chat. And we will talk to all of you amazing people on Monday.